Hello, Flosstube.
Greetings.
I'm Laura.
I'm Joe.
Welcome to the Slovak Farm.
This is the farm where we grow cross-stitch.
One stitch at a time. Today is Monday, September 1st. Happy Labor Day to everyone who is stateside. If you're not stateside, well, happy Monday.
That's an oxymoron.
No, it's not.
How is Monday ever supposed to be happy?
Your day.
I believe with Garfield. I agree with Garfield completely.
Your day is what you make it.
And my sleep schedule poisons it every single time. Oh no! What's really bad is that I actually wake up around the same time on the weekends. It's just the alarm clock going off for some reason makes it worse.
Okay, well,
I don't know why.
hopefully you all had a wonderful week last week. We certainly did. It was uneventful.
At home. Work, I finally got figured out like on Friday.
Well, at least you got it figured out.
Oh,
It was an entertaining weekend with the girls.
Surprise visit.
Surprise visit. My sister-in-law brought the nieces up on Saturday afternoon because they were going to go visit my sister-in-law's grandmother who's in assisted living up here. And so after church on Saturday, we went over there, had dinner with them, and hung out for a while, and then came home. And then Sunday, they decided to stop at Jersey Mike's, and the closest Jersey Mike's to where her grandmother's assisted living is actually like 10 minutes from our house. So they called us up and said, hey, come eat lunch with us. We had already eaten lunch, but we went up there and hung out with them. Nonetheless,
I actually found out they have foods from my homeland. I'm from New Jersey. And Jersey Mike's is named that way on purpose. So they have a couple of sandwiches that are like a taste of home for me. I hope. We weren't hungry. I think tomorrow we might actually pick some on my way home.
whatever. Oh, and, you know, something special is happening today.
I was letting you bring that up.
Today's our anniversary.
18 years without homicide.
Today is our anniversary, so yay us.
Yep. 18 years ago, I saw her for a dress for the first time. I was such a bumbling idiot. The preacher had to poke me in order to start saying my part. Because I was just like, party.
Yes, that was pretty.
Yeah, you had me speechless.
Which is a pretty novel concept, because it hasn't happened since.
I think that's the only time in my lifespan.
Well, there you go. Well, we hope you all had a wonderful week last week. If anything eventful happened, share below. Why don't we shout out our comment?
Good or bad, actually. If something good happened, share below too, please.
Yes. Why don't we shout out our commenters?
Bridget, Ann, Janet, and Teresa. Greetings and salutations.
And it is pronounced Ann, not Annie.
Okay.
So it's Ann. Just making a little correction there.
Well, Ann, I'm sorry I have seen your name spelled 10 ways and pronounced 3.
I must agree. And our friend Teresa has had surgery, so we are sending you all of the very best.
Dear Lord, make her recovery quick and painless.
Exactly. So we will jump right into whips for me, because he does not have whips.
My bug is currently helping me play a video game. You might have heard of it. It's called Baldur's Gate 3. Kind of won Game of the Year it came out, and is a testament of how video games should be made. And it also was a great testament of how bad the industry is, because just after the game won the Game of the Year award, not the company that made the game, but Wizards of the Coast that owns Dungeons and Dragons, fired everybody on the team on their side that helped make that game possible.
Which is dumb.
Which is why Baldur's Gate 4 will not be made from the same studio that made the first 3, and I have a feeling I'm not going to enjoy it.
Probably not. thought for a second it was trying to rain out there, and I know it's not supposed to rain.
No, but the sun's currently playing peekaboo.
Well, you know.
Okay, my rant's over.
Okay. Well, we will start with... I stitched on the Star Touch Meadow January block, the Carnation block. Here she is. And we have a finish. 409 stitches to get this to a finish. This is done on 16 count Aida. I can't remember if it's 16 or 18 count Aida. I believe it's 16. So this is finished. So I now have November, December, and January finished. So the decision is, do I, what?
Why did you start your 3 least favorite months?
Because that's where the designer started it, and I actually did start it when it was first getting released.
But the irony shouldn't be lost on you.
I understand that.
Okay, moving
Actually,
on.
I enjoy the month of November because Thanksgiving is in November, and November is the best holiday ever. Or Thanksgiving is the best holiday ever.
Christmas is just as bad.
Christmas is over commercialized.
But the heart of Christmas to me is Christmas dinner.
So now I have to decide if I'm going to... So January, February, March would be the next block to start. Have to decide if I'm going to just kit up March and rotate, like, if I'm just going to kit up one and then rotate it with the full coverage, or if I'm going to kit up March through October and just say wing it and get them all started, because I really want to get them all stitched.
I need a die.
My dice are over there.
Yeah, I know. So am I.
And our house ate one of my dice.
Again.
It seems to like to eat the D12s. And it seems to like to eat the D12s that are in sets, because I am now missing 2 of my D12s from sets. Thank you, house. Please give them back. Alright.
That's what happens when your house starts playing a barbarian.
Apparently. I found this. So we did mobile app week for daily 30 last week. And I just have to find what month it was. Because I did manage to find my calendar that this is a part of. So this, and I just have to, okay, so it's August. I'm liable to pull this apart. So the August 2022, from 2022 Keepsakes calendar, the August was Harvest Hall, this beautiful project. I found the calendar. It's a better cover photo, honestly, and I don't have to try to fold it so that you can't see the pattern, and yeah. This is on a piece of 32 count even weave. That was a mist die. Oops, hang on. We gotta move this. And I did 2 prompts on this. Something that daily use and something that is inaccessible. Obviously, we use vehicles daily and we eat food daily. I think I actually went with we eat food daily. It is inaccessible because you have to have the 2022 Keepsakes calendar in order to stitch it. And I did 458 stitches on that, which finished up the milk can over here, did some grass in a pot over here, tail light, and I started working on the quilt in here. And I think I might have started the license plate area. It looks like.
I was just looking at all the stuff in the back.
Yes.
I'm trying to figure out if somebody's trying to bring home dinner decorations or if he's in a lot of trouble. Because it's a weird mix of flower. Like, I get it, it's pretty, but it's like a combination of vegetables and flowers.
Well, my assumption is, based on like what it's supposed to look like, is maybe he's, and the title Harvest Hall, maybe he's taking it he harvested it and he's taking it to the farmer's market. Or they're coming home from the farmer's market having gotten vegetables and pretty flowers and whatnot.
Yeah, actually does make sense. Okay, thank you. I was confused.
You are welcome. I don't need you yet.
Can we shut the window?
I think it'll be okay. I don't know. The neighbors are being a little loud. I have to find the right bag. Oh, I need to unpack you because you were the star-touched meadow cell. Alright, so then I moved on to the next whip for the next two prompts, which is Christmas in Blue by Joan Elliott. And this is on a piece of 28 count opalescence. And for this one, I did up. Hold on here. Let's get this looking a little less scraggly. I did 543 stitches on it, so I finished the angel and then kind of started working on what is around her, the little town under her, her up. She's not completely finished, I lied. I finished this part of her dress. She's got some detailing and her wings and blah, blah, blah. And then this arch. Some little foolishness coming off her. I did this for stitch on whip of choice and tell us if you use an app for stitching, and stitch on a whip that you consider easily accessible. It's a Joan Elliott. It's easy to get from 123 Stitch because that's about the only distributor she works with in the US. But that's easy enough to get. And it's very few colors, so while it looks big, it's pretty easy to stitch. And I did 543 stitches on this because I used my 50% off pass for the accessibility prompt. So I did 100 stitches and then I did another 200 stitches on it to build a challenge. And then I used my free pass on stitch on something that improves your quality of life just because I had the free pass. And Thursday I was busy most of the day. Thursday I was busy most of the day. I had my church group meeting over in the morning, and then in the afternoon I went out to lunch with the decorating group and we shopped a little bit, and then I came home and I had to go back out and deliver some fabric to somebody, and by the time I got home and ate dinner it was late and didn't get as much stitching as I wanted. So it is what it is. And there. And I did. Then I took out. Actually, this was somewhere in the middle of the week. I took out Greyhound Year by the Blue Flower to finish the monthly off. I had my pass for my stitch discount, so I only had to do 100 stitches to finish the last monthly on a Greyhound Year. So I pulled that out somewhere midweek when I had a lull in the stitching action in between projects. And I did 120 stitches to finish up the monthly on this. And this is on a piece of 32 count aquamarine. So the 120 stitches finished off this little diamond and did the white part of this bunny. So I have 3 full diamonds to finish and then most of this one to finish. When I pick this back up in October, because for September's monthly there will be a new project. The other stocking I need to stitch for my other cousin's wife. Probably not going to get it done by Christmas, but we shall see.
Well, you can stitch it to some regular prompts and really kick the crap out of it.
It could, but I'd probably burn out of it. And then, yeah.
Does that mean I'm going to have to help you stitch the darn thing?
No, because if I don't get it done by Christmas, I don't get it done by Christmas.
I was trying to help.
My aunt's just going to have to deal. Like, the only time I see that aunt is at Christmas time anyways. And I don't honestly know if we're actually going to see them this year for Christmas, which is a whole nother apparent thing with my family. That I don't really know what's going on, so we're not going to talk about it. Nothing bad. It's just scheduling. I don't even know when we're going to get together for Christmas this year with my dad's side of the family. So then I pulled out one of my yearlies to stitch on for the yearly. I pulled out Fairy House by Cottage Garden Sampling, part of their Fabulous House series.
The thing I thought was a cat when you first started it.
Yes, the thing he thought was the Chester Cat from Alice in Wonderland. I did 1,027 stitches on this, so I got 2 of the yearly points done. Finished filling in, and the ice cream truck is going by. The ice cream truck that goes to this area, a little creepy because when it stops, it goes, hello, in this really weird voice. There you go. There you go. It's a weird voice. Anyways. So I finished the roof and then started in on the house. I would really like to get the snowman and fairy house done before the end of the year with the yearly. Snowman, the pirate snowman, I'm pretty sure I can get done. This one, I'm not so sure. The year has just not gone the way I thought it would with stitching. It's okay. I still get my stitches done. So that was my stitching for the week. And you're going to hear that again because they come right by here. And even if we had the windows closed, you probably could hear it because there are kids right across the street and right next to us. And they come out a lot when he goes by. So I understand why he goes through here. The hello just creeps me out just a little bit.
I just like how much smaller that is from what I had as a kid. Though what I had as a kid, you wouldn't be able to fit in that van because that's just a regular transit-sized van.
Yeah.
The stuff I had as a kid was actually in a delivery van, like a UPS truck. Yeah. Because its actual main thing was soft serve.
See, that's the way ice cream trucks are around here. They're like the little transport vans, and the person drives around, and sometimes they have somebody that goes with them, but they usually just drive around and kind of go slow. And when the kids come out, they stop. And they sell, the prefabbed stuff, like the SpongeBob on a stick, Spider-Man on a stick, Bomb Pops, that stuff.
Okay, and I don't know if anybody's going to remember this, because I don't know how far this was. Anybody else remember Mr. Softy?
Can't say I do.
Their mascot's head was a cone of vanilla soft serve.
I mean, that's pretty funny.
Oh, they were awesome, and also, at least the guy around our area, if you said it was your birthday, you got a small cone for free.
Aw, that's awesome. So, that is it for whips for the week. Less stitching. I do have haul, because I accidentally ordered something that I kind of forgot. I ordered until it got here.
Did you accidentally order, or just forgot about it? Or both?
Both. So I got a thing in the mail from Hirschner's Craftways for an offer for a Christmas book. I thought it was for the Christmas cross-stitch book because my dumbass lost the invoice for the calendar for the 26th calendar and paid it late. So sometimes what they'll do is they'll send you the offer of, hey, do you want this? So I sent it back and didn't realize that it was not for the Christmas cross-stitch book. It was for the big book of Hirschner's Christmas Crafts. So you saw I got the Christmas cross-stitch book, which ripped which the invoice ripped pulling it off of the box. I was much more particular pulling this invoice off the box. I actually ripped the outer envelope to get it off the box.
Why did they put it was on the outside of the box?
Well, and it was really funny because before I even opened the box, I called Hirschner's and I said, I'm a little confused. And she's like, oh no, sweetie, it's 2 books. I said, okay. I said, and while we're on the phone, I completely ripped the invoice for the cross-stitch book in half, pulling it off the thing. And she goes, oh, well, you can just, like, stick a check in there. And I said, no, I ripped the whole thing in half. She goes, oh my. So she gave me what I owed for that and the invoice number so I could write a check out, put the invoice number on it. She said, you can put it in the envelope. You put 2 checks in the same envelope and we'll take care of it. I said, great. Perfect. Thank you so very much. But, so then I opened this and was like, this could be interesting. This could either be something I enjoy or a total dud. It was not a dud. There are many things in here I want to do. So this is not just cross stitch. As you can see, there's some cross stitch projects. There's this. I'm not even going to lie. When I was flipping through it and I got to this page, I may have went, hey! That's Santa Claus?
Oh.
That's Santa Claus. That's Santa Claus. It's also on the back. The back picture does not do it justice. It is, like, done as a quilt. It's done as one of those Afghan things. I may just do it as a plain, solid piece of fabric. It's a Joan Elliott. I didn't even realize it was a Joan Elliott. Well, okay. I looked at it and I went, ooh! And then I went, I bet that's a Joan Elliott. Because it looks like a Joan Elliott. That's going on the to-stitch list. But there is, so there's, like, all kinds of different stuff. So there's cross-stitch. I'm not entirely sure what the technique is for this. I think you cut out the stencils and you paint around it. This is crocheted. This is string art. It gives you the template. There's some cups you can do. They give you the template for that. They give you the template to do this.
I want to do just the center of that.
You can do just the center of that if you want.
But I'm just saying.
I mean, it's got all kinds of different crafts. Not even, like, more than what you can even see. Well worth it to me. And like I said, and unfortunately there is no way for me to tell you where you can buy this because I triggered getting the calendar by ordering something from Hirschner's. Buying the calendar triggered the cross-stitch book, which more than likely between the cross-stitch book and the calendar is what triggered the Book of Crafts, because it looks like this is the first year they're doing the Book of Crafts because it says Volume 1. And like with the cross-stitch book, you get a free thing. So even if I were to send this back, this would be mine to keep. It has 12 mason jar crafts. Super cute stuff. Uses the jars, uses the lids. Super cute. So yes, I accidentally got another book of Christmas crafts. For the person who... I like Christmas. I just think Christmas is very over-commercialized. That's how I feel about it. Okay. Now, let us discuss plants.
I need to get... I'm going to... I think tomorrow you have a meeting sometime this week, right?
MNG is Wednesday.
Not that one. Oh, it's next week. I think you have like 5 in a row.
No. So, let's see. Tuesday's Library Stitch. MNG's Wednesday. Thursday's nothing. Friday's nothing. Well,
But no, basically, I think when you are being late for meetings, I think I'm going to go upstairs and do my Gunpla.
Okay.
Because the main problem being Gunpla is I'm going to spend time with my wife, and, well, there's no way for you to go in there. Like, I could probably set something up, but I'm pretty sure you'd just be like, because there's no way I can get late for you.
That would be a challenge for me for cross stitch.
I know.
And some crochet.
Okay.
Well, we'll get you stitching at some point. What is this week? I don't even know what this week is. Marvel Superheroes Week. Okay. Marvel's Superhero Week.
I might know a few things about this.
Nerd! Okay, well, from Ant-Man to Werewolf, Marvel has debuted more than 101 characters over its many decades. Stitch on a whip that contains 100 of something. We were discussing Friday night on Zoom whether or not, like, that would count, like, we could count, like, stitches in a project, because it doesn't say you can't.
Hey, honey. Do you have anything that's 10 by 10? 10 blocks by 10 blocks? 100 by 100?
Yeah.
That'd be 100 blocks.
That'd be 100 blocks, yes. Okay. Well, let me go through the whips, because I think we decided Friday night also that, unfortunately, I think I'm pretty much locked into one whip, unless you want to vary on a couple.
Go ahead, go.
Alright, anyways. Marvel has carved its name for itself as one of the big two in the comic book world by creating a stable of superheroes that everyone can relate to. Stitch on a whip of choice and tell us your favorite Marvel superhero and why.
Do you even know?
If you don't have one, tell us another hero of yours. I don't do superheroes. I don't do superheroes. Okay, moving on.
I was going to say do Aragorn.
I could do that. He is a hero.
And he is superhuman.
Would Frodo be a hero?
Yes, but superheroes are usually the combatants.
Well, it doesn't say another superhero, but it just says another hero.
Yeah, Frodo is the main character of the story, but I don't know if you consider him the hero archetype.
I would consider Samwise a hero, because Samwise puts his butt out there for Frodo throughout the entirety of the story.
You want to know something funny?
What?
There's a scene in the book, it wasn't really well represented in the movie, where the ring tried to tempt Sam, and it literally had no way. I couldn't figure out how to tempt him because he's such a humble person. He is such a humble, his dream is to marry a good woman and have a plentiful harvest.
And that's exactly what he got.
And help Frodo. Those were his things. And the ring literally didn't have enough time to figure out how to tempt him. So while it did try to mess with him, and it did put its energy into him, he was able to live a full life before he had to go across the sea. Because he basically confused the crap out of evil by being an everyday person.
Well, there you go.
Which was genius by Tolkien.
Mm-hmm. Okay, number 3. Hulk was originally supposed to be gray, but due to printing problems, he ended up being green. Stitch on a whip, for which you've made a color change, and tell us what that change was.
Just go through all of them.
It is thought that there are around 37,000 Marvel comics. If you took 15 minutes to read each comic, and you devoted 8 hours of your day every day to the adventures of the superhero squad, it would take you approximately 1,156 days to complete the series. Stitch on your whip with the largest number of stitches.
Well, that's obvious. Okay, last one.
Okay. The most expensive Marvel comic book, Amazing Fantasy number 15, which stars Spider-Man, sold at an auction for over $1.1 million in 2011. Stitch on your most expensive whip. And that is the one that locks in just one project, which is Dressmaker's Daughter. So.
I wish I could get on a video chat with the person that runs this, because I think you should be limited to one, this prompt per week.
Well, now, that being said, when we go back to number 4, the whip with the most stitches in it, I'm not entirely sure, but if I look at the composition, it is either Glory in the Morning or Dressmaker's Daughter that has the most stitches, and I do honestly think it's Dressmaker's Daughter.
Then we're doing that one for that one.
Yes.
What's 1 and 3?
Now, number 2 is a whip of choice. 1 and 3. Now, here's where we can make it work. I forgot these prompts came out in August because Friday was August 29th. So therefore, I can still use my passes that I earned in the July pop-up, which means I can still use my whip of choice pass, which means I can put my whip of choice pass on either prompt 1 for stitch on something that has more than 100 of something, or number 3 where you change the colors. And number 2 is a whip of choice. So basically 2 of them are whip of choice. 1 of them gets my free pass. And we can either go with Dressmaker's Daughter for those.
Dressmaker's Daughter. Get some work in on it.
Okay.
I don't like this week.
I'm sorry.
I have things to say, but I don't want to be mean.
We could have picked something else.
No, it's not. No, I'm talking about the prompts themselves. I don't like them.
Well,
As somebody who's really into Marvel, not while we're filming. That's what I don't want to talk about when we're done, because I don't want to be mean.
okay, sometimes you just kind of gotta roll with it and do what you can.
I will.
Alright. Alright. So, that is plans for the week. That is plans for the week because the monthly for Daily 30 has not been put up yet. So, I don't have the monthly prompts for Daily 30 for the month. So, we're gonna do what we've been doing, and I'll just get started on it this weekend, and we can fill in the letters when we get them.
Okay.
Or, on camera next week. So,
Okay.
Announcements. We're doing a stitch day in November. There is a link below that has the details for it.
When's the money cutoff thingy?
October 1st is the cutoff for the money. If you reserve before October 1st, it is $50. If you reserve October 1st or after, it is $60. I don't have a firm. I will probably cut it off like the week before the actual day of the stitch day. I don't know what date that is right off the top of my head.
Okay.
And also, I'm an on-demand shop. So right now, which means when you tell me you want something, I order it. Don't really know how long I'm going to be able to do that because stuff's not shipping into the US and tariffs. That's all I'm going to say. If you want something, please ask for it. If I can get it for you, I will do my very best. If not, well, I'm up the creek without a paddle. So, there is that. Also, 2 Mondays from now, September 15th, I am literally busy all day. I have an appointment in the morning, an appointment in the afternoon, and 2 things I'm doing in the evening. Balance. So we will be filming Flosstube Tuesday of that week, and it will be put up on Wednesday of that week. Just a little advance notice, because I know there are a couple of you, if I don't have Flosstube up by the end of Tuesday, are kind of like, everything good? Y'all okay? Which I do appreciate. By all means, I appreciate getting the message, hey, is everything good? Didn't see a floss tube, is everything good? Honestly, because there have been weeks where it's been the middle of the afternoon and somebody has messaged me and I've gone, oh poop, I forgot to get it posted. So seriously,
or YouTube forgot to post it for you,
or YouTube has screwed something up, or YouTube has put up the wrong one, or I have somehow managed to upload the wrong video. So, like, if you ever go, wonder where their video is for the week, you are free to send me a message if you have me on socials. I know I have my Instagram linked below, my Facebook page for the shop. I don't think my personal Facebook page is linked.
Do we have my Instagram linked?
I think we have your Instagram linked. I don't think we have my personal Facebook page linked anymore because I'm going to be honest, you probably want to follow me on Instagram more than Facebook because I get very wound up on Facebook. No. A lot of the stitching stuff, the dog pictures, the cat pictures, those pictures, a lot of the pictures that I post on my Instagram go right over to Facebook, and yes, I do complain about the government on my Facebook page and other things on my Facebook page. It is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. And I'm sorry if you do not like it. I'm just telling you. Be warned if you follow me on Facebook. So, that is all we have for the week. So, what do we want these fine folks to do, darling?
Please like, comment, subscribe, bell thing, all the YouTube stuff. Please, please, please!
Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for spending some time with us this week. We hope you enjoyed yourself. We hope you were entertained. We hope you come back next week. And until then,
bye!